Hi, this is John Laney and welcome to another video in the You Are Incredible series. And this one is on the 3 phases of a relationship. When you understand the 3 phases of a love relationship, you will be able to go with the flow much better. You will be able to avoid problems and you'll be able to thrive more in your relationship. And if you stay to the end, we'll have a free gift for you on relationships. Let's dive in. The first phase of a love relationship is the honeymoon phase. We all know this period in a relationship. It is great. We feel so passionate, so much in love. We think about our mate all the time. We can't wait to be with them. We just love spending time with them. We feel so supported and connected. It is fabulous. However, there's some challenges that go with the honeymoon phase. And the first one is simply not understanding that it's going to end. It might take 3 months, it might take 6 months, or maybe a bit longer, but the honeymoon phase is going to end in all relationships. It ended for your parents' relationship. It ended in the relationships of all your friends. It's not bad. It's just nature's way of moving on. So now that you're fully bonded and connected, it's time to shift to the next phase. And trying to hold on to the honeymoon phase is a mistake. Not understanding that your love is just changing form rather than dying off. Trying to keep your mate in the honeymoon phase by making them spend time with you, or trying to force yourself when the honeymoon phase is ending to still try and spend all your time with your mate is a problem, and it won't work. It will create more difficulties. Because nature is just preparing you now that you're so fully bonded for the next phase in your love relationship. And the next phase is the MeUs phase. In this period, you're starting to follow your own goals. You want to spend some time away from each other. You want to be with your own friends sometimes. You want to have some alone time. So this is a very good phase of your relationship because you can't just spend all your time in bed together. You can't just spend all your time snuggling on the couch. You have to go out and play the other great games of life. So having your own goals and being supported by your mate in having and following your own goals is very important. So there's some challenges, of course, to the MeUs phase. The first is just simply mistaking the healthy boundaries of it for the lack of love and passion. When you want to spend some time alone, or your mate does, it's not an insult. It's not bad. It's them or you figuring out and spending time on things that you're interested in on your own. Another thing to understand is that you can't try to get all your love and joy from your relationship like you were doing in the honeymoon phase. It will suffocate both of you. You need to go on and play the other great games of life, making money, getting on with what you're up to in life, finding and following your own dreams. So support each other in following your own goals and dreams. A big mistake of switching into the MeUs phase is trying to change your mate back to how they were before in the honeymoon phase. Well, you used to want to spend all your time with me. Well, you used to rub my feet and rub my back. Well, you used to do this and that, right? Those were appropriate actions in the honeymoon phase. There will still be love, plenty of connection in the MeUs phase, but it won't be as so totally focused on you and your mate. The love just changes form as the relationship progresses. Now, the MeUs phase can last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It's just a period where you are both learning to spend quality time together, not quantity time, and you're learning to support yourself and your mate in following your and their own passions. The next phase of a love relationship is the companionship phase. Some of this is going on during the first two phases, but the companionship phase is when you are comfortable together and apart, where it is the quality of time you spend together. You're not trying to force a particular quantity of time, and you feel the support and the love of having a partner, a life mate, a long-term companion. You're no longer concerned about will the relationship last a month or 2 or 3. You know you're in it for the long term, and that provides a stability and a level of intimacy that you can't get from just the first two phases of a love relationship. Now, there are challenges, of course, that go with the companionship phase, and one of those is mistaking the distance that you now have when you're not together, or when you're together in the same room but not talking, for a lack of connection. You may have a lot more silence as a couple in the companionship phase, and that's okay. It doesn't mean there's a lack of connection. It means there's a level of intimate comfort. You don't need to fill it with talk and noise. Another challenge of the companionship phase is boredom. Thinking that, oh, you missed the honeymoon phase when things were intense, so maybe this mate is the wrong one and you need to go find a more exciting one. But again, understand they would only be exciting during the honeymoon phase, and that will end. And then still trying to change your mate rather than showing appreciation and gratitude. In the long-term companionship phase, which will hopefully last the rest of your lives together, hammering on your mate, picking at them, still trying to get them to change is just going to create a lot of trouble. Sure, you can ask them to do this or that, and sure, you can ask them not to irritate you in particular ways, and you can try and support them in their life, but nitpicking and nagging and still trying to get them to be a way that they aren't is going to be a problem. So those are the 3 phases of a love relationship, and when you understand them, things are going to go much better for both you and your mate. So why are you incredible? Because now in relationship you can flow with the stages of relationship instead of fight with them, instead of resist them, instead of try and make your partner or yourself be something that you're not. And you can also appreciate your mate instead of always trying to change them. And the great thing about the 3 phases of a love relationship is that it can help you get to the companionship phase where you are happy in a long-term love relationship. And you can thrive with a long-term partner, which is really what we all want. Yes, sometimes it will be less intense than it was in the honeymoon phase, but you will have more intimacy, more connection, and more togetherness the longer that you're with your mate. So that's it. For more relationship intelligence, you can go to forrelationshipadvicehelp.com, this link right here, and there's a free course where you can get more relationship intelligence. If you got value from this video, please subscribe and leave a comment, if you would, on which phase of a relationship you feel that you're currently in. Thanks. See you in the next video.